Is Telstra now in pole position to roll out the rest of the NBN? Well, to find out, I'm joined by John Durie, business commentator for The Australian. John, what did Turnbull's offer say today?
Well, today they announced a trial agreement. It's worth about a bit over 100 million to Telstra, and it's to roll out fibre to the node on about 200,000 premises in New South Wales and Queensland. And the answer to your question is absolutely yes. This deal is to show that the NBN sort of up and running and under the new government, even though we haven't got the agreement yet between the two.
So would that mean that NBNco themselves would stop that engineering works and then hand that across to Telstra?
Well, some of the criticism about Telstra, about the NBN under the previous government was that they should have involved Telstra more, because it's Telstra's copper we're dealing with and its ducts and so forth, and so they were the obvious people to be helping on the rollout. There's a lot of history between the previous government and Telstra, and so that's it's probably understandable that Telstra wasn't involved. It's also, Telstra of course is going to be the beneficiary of about $98 billion over the next 20 or 30 years under the NBN. What today's announcement means is let's add a couple of $100 million to that in terms of what they're going to be getting. So this is really good news for Telstra shareholders.
Okay, and we still have some important reports coming out, including the Vertigan Committee's report. What are we expecting from that?
Well, we do. Today's announcement was meant to show that everyone's getting on with business, but in the reality is this. At one stage they were talking about the Telstra government deal to be signed by the end of June. That's not going to happen. Probably more realistically September for that. The Vertigan Commission, they were meant to be doing this was Michael Vertigan and colleagues, and he was going to be doing a study of the cost-benefit analysis of the NBN, how important is it, and also make some recommendations on regulatory changes. That was due by the end of the month. Now we're talking end of July for that. There's a final report by Bill Scales, who used to run the Productivity Commission, and he's doing a report for the government on sort of the best governance of big projects and so forth. That was end of June. Now we're talking end of July for that.
Right, so basically the whole concept is that it's quite hard to work out
how
to roll out the NBN.
You're right, it is. It's a very complicated subject, and things are being a little bit taking longer than they expected. But I think the good news is that Malcolm Turnbull's telling us that everyone's getting on with business, and he's getting fibre out to the masses.
John Durie, thanks very much.
Thank you.